People often ask, why do you guys do what you're doing? Why do you go into prisons? They also want to know how we happen to, get started on it and get going doing something like this. But really, the why are you doing this, is a pretty common question. And I guess to answer it, I'm going to share a story with you. It was probably 5, 6 years ago. We were in a prison in Ohio, and it's a medium security, maybe a few maximum security inmates. And we're in this multi-purpose room. It's all concrete, few chairs, the folding chairs for the guys to use. And there's about 150 guys in this room. And down front, there was one man who stood out from everybody else because he was an imposing looking man. He was broad, burly, and angry looking. He sat there through the whole hour and a half with his arms folded, and he just looked angry. He looked like he was just had contempt for us. Dave thought at one point in time, he thought, man, if this guy could get up and do it, he would kill me right now. I don't know if that was really what was in his heart or not, but he looked like it. But anyway, so we did this service. We were about an hour and a half long, and we got to the last song. And I'm introducing this last song. It's called At the Table, and it's really, it's kind of an adaptation of the 23rd Psalm, specifically focusing on the part of the 23rd Psalm that says, you prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. The message of that, it's amazing, because so often, we want God to remove the hardship, remove the struggle, keep our enemies at bay, physical enemies and internal enemies, because, sometimes we are our own worst enemy, right? Sometimes the adversary is right here. But what God is saying is, I want you to sit down and focus on me. Let's enjoy a meal together. You focus on me and I'll focus on you. And as you focus on me and spend time with me, I'll take care of what's in the weeds. I'll take care of the enemies that's coming after you. I want you to enjoy time with me just like I want to be able to enjoy time with you. So as I'm sharing this message, because really what God is saying is he's very personal. He's big, he's sovereign, he's the creator, he's just beyond our comprehension, right? But he's also very personal to each one of these inmates and to each one of us. He cares deeply about and wants to have this personal relationship with us. So as I shared this story and was kind of giving this introduction to these men, this gentleman that was down front went from looking like this to leaning forward with his elbows on his knees, and he was listening intently, closely to what we were saying. We went into the song, and we did this song At the Table, one of my favorites. And by the time we reached the end of the song, this man had his head between his knees and his hands cupped behind his neck and his head. I don't know what was going through his mind, obviously, but it looked very contrite and humble. So we finished up the service, and Dave closed in prayer. The men got up and kind of were milling around like they usually do. Some of them, they'll often come up and shake hands and thank us for being there, thank us for remembering them, because letting them know that they're not forgotten about is huge. They feel discarded, and we're there to let them know they're not forgotten. I went over to speak with the chaplain about something, and I turned around in time to see this very large guy walk over to my husband. And, this, I should let you know, this is a facility where you can only shake hands. That's it. No, nothing more than a handshake. So at risk of being put in solitary confinement, or worse, this man reached down and just enveloped my husband in the biggest bear hug I've ever seen a person get. And he whispered in Dave's ear, "Thank you." And that became one of those profound moments where God just kind of reaffirmed to us, this is why you're here. This is why I have you doing this, because I want these guys to know that they matter, they're not forgotten about, and I love them beyond words. And I desperately want to sit at the table with them and commune. So that's why Yellow Line Initiative exists. That's why we do what we do.